Hello, welcome back, space demon hunters that sometimes will use pacts with other demons to hunt the other demons. We'll actually use this one today because it looks very interesting, but I'm not sure I will like the fact that some items will be broken. We'll see how that works, but before I do that, I just want to make a quick crafting tutorial. I'll make much better videos for trading and crafting in the future and have most recipes and more details, but for now, let's go over the basic. What should you craft? Well, it depends on what you unlock, right? Right. But you should always have a few knife on hand. I mean, you always want to start the mission with a cutting tool because you might want to cut up a robot, a demon, even a human. I mean, this is one of the more underestimated parts of the game, but you can, for example, trade eyes with SPN over here, which is massive because eyes are in every human. At least two, but probably only one because you're not a skilled surgeon. You can only remove one or two, maybe, at best. So definitely be prepared to cut a lot of bodies for eyes, hearts, or other body parts that you can trade. So in the beginning of the game, I think it's very important to start cutting your enemies very early because you will need a lot of stuff to trade. You get the idea. Also, it's not really worth starting a match, a game, a mission with, the basic weapons you get. So you might as well craft some better pistols. As you can see, at some point you'll get access to much better weapons. Now, you'll get access to much better weapons if you trade a lot, and sometimes you'll just get lucky and you'll get one of the rare items that is so much stronger than what you can find in a mission. For example, the Hydra 33S pistol. If you really like pistols, or if you are playing with a clone that likes pistols, yeah, 16 to 24 damage, but this is also 5 range. I assume it has also burst mode, meaning it can fire 2 bullets at the same time, so yeah, definitely one of the best guns for 9mm, considering you can also change its ammo type. And then you can just craft a lot of heretics. Again, some of these weapons will be basically secondary weapons, but you don't want to use, for example, a burst all the time or something like that. Sometimes you just want to switch to a secondary like the pistol or the heretic to finish off the weaker enemies because you don't want to waste all of that ammo or durability. Definitely one of the highest damage shotguns in the game. The only problem is the range, but if you open a door and if there is an enemy in your face and his breath stinks, well, give him an air freshener that smells like gunpowder. Other than that, you also get access to the blaster at some point, which will be the energy gun you'll get. Probably this one is the easiest one to make. You'll only need the wire, so definitely stock up on the wire very early. As a side note, remember, if you're in a mission, you can use 1 glass and 1 acid at a workshop and create 40 makeshift battery ammo. This ammo is not as strong as the regular one, and you cannot put it in auto docks for the radars or the scanners. I mean. But as you can see, it will definitely have some benefits because you still fire them and it's very easy to make. Very cheap to create as well. So this will be your basic energy ammo in the beginning of the game and even late game, in case you want to fire a lot of it. So it will be possible to use energy guns even from the beginning of the game with a little bit of work. As further stuff over here, it's not really worth making, but look at the beast. You should always stockpile heavy ammo. If you don't have a gun that you like or anything, just make heavy ammo and you'll definitely find a heavy gun that you like. The Gatling, this is a bit weird because it should be better than the Legacy, right? Well, it's not. The Gatling gun has more ammo capacity, which is great because it fires 8 rounds per shot. So I recommend you get the beast as soon as you can as your main heavy weapon. This will really shred enemies, especially with the more piercing ammo. So this has 20 extra durability and basically more ammunition capacity than the Legacy, so you can use that one as well. And that's about it for the guns in the beginning of the game. Again, some of these things will be much easier to get than some of the more advanced stuff that I'll show you later. As for the gunpowder, again, take all of the available ammo in a mission. Take as much as you need until you have about 1000 gunpowder and then just start creating ammunition all the time. If for the 9mm, I just like, probably the bursting is kind of bad because a lot of enemies are resistant to blunt. Probably the EXP is much better because it has a critical chance of 25, so that means it will do a lot of damage, and cutting is not one of the specialties of the enemies. Or you can just craft a lot of flechettes, or even dragon volley, because this is your improvised fire or laser weapon if you don't have any laser guns. Definitely my favorite is the flechette, but this is also not bad at all because it has 5% extra crit chance. Not sure about this discussion over here. Yeah, it can pierce every time if you have the armor piercing one, but do you really need armor piercing or do you need it faster? Depends on you. Extra crit chance is not so important. Glass, you need a lot of glass, but I recommend you get the bottles because the bottles stack a little better and you can also craft some other things with the bottles. And sometimes, well, I guess you can just break all of the bottles because you can stack 50 glass or 5 bottles. I think I just prefer to get the bottles because I will want to craft some other things for trading and some other stuff. So definitely don't break all of the glass, all of the bottles into glass. And that's about it. Yeah, so currently from what I know there is only one poison weapon you can use. But maybe later they'll add more. Don't know. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but keep in mind it has a pretty big crit chance, and if you crit with a poison weapon against an enemy, oh, you'll probably kill it. It's also pretty silent. Now for the armors, it's more or less depending on what you unlock, but I really recommend you make a lot of impact or working pants because they are mostly the general purpose, the working boots and the working pants for most of the game. So definitely craft a few sets of these, maybe 4 or 5, the pants and the boots. After that, start creating the armor, the chests if you have any, for any armor you have available. Probably it will be a few of the sentry guards because it's very good against all bullets. Most of the bullets anyway. And after that, it mostly depends on what you unlock, but I recommend you also craft a few of the pants that have a lot of blunt resistance in case you'll be getting shot a lot. Other than that, armors are very hard to use and unlock because you just will not get anything you like. Again, you can just make a lot of impactor sets in the beginning. You'll be okay. The medicine, well, let's not talk about the training over here. You'll need a lot of them to trade. A quick tip would be to craft the ancient cognac because it's actually a very valuable trade item. So it can also be used in some missions. I mean, yeah, it's 900 calories. You really need it, plus minus 100 QuasiMorph plus minus 10 infection, minus 5 pain again. I think this will become much more important in the upcoming updates, but for now just craft to trade them and some of the other stuff for trade as well. But keep in mind, you will need a lot of bandages, a lot of sprints and a lot of antibiotics in the beginning of the game. Why? Because you will craft, I think you should craft 5 medkits per character at minimum, or at least take 2 with you all the time in case you need to heal from fire or from crits or from damage. Always carry 10 antibiotics on you just in case. I'm paranoid because I died many times to the infections. The infections will cause wounds that are basically wounds that damage every round for 2 points. Terrible. And also the sprints are needed because right now the bandages and the rags don't fix broken bows anymore. So the splints will kind of be your main thing to do, and you just have to make rags from the clothes of your enemies. Okay, now let's go and have fun. Because again, I'm just seeing people having fun, a lot of fun in the game, but they're just dying in weird situations. I mean, I'm dying as well, but still, we should be able to live a little more. Now, let's see. You know, I guess I really want to play as the Carnage. Man, I was on a mission and they were just firing lasers at me from all directions. All the professors, I mean, they basically sent an entire university after me with laser guns. Not a single scratch on the armor. I am joking, they basically damaged my entire armor to half because they're just getting a lot of lucky shots. So definitely you will need a Carnage battle set at some point. But we're going against Tet's clan again. Oh, how I hate them so much. So I'm still forced to use the Impactor set, even though this is basically endgame for me, just because there's nothing better with cold resistance. I could also use the Chimali as well. I think I'll just use it. I think the Dawn is so much better. I guess for the extra 2 points into cold resist, it should be worth it. Again, I'm so scared of those stupid enemies. We'll take a cutting tool with us. By the way, I probably forgot to mention this, but in other, well, I guess I should have mentioned it, I have very important things. The Buffalo backpack, yeah, it uses 3 rags. It's very easy to get the rags, so don't worry about them, but it takes 2 days to craft them, so when you get the recipe, definitely craft as many as possible. Also, look at this, the microchips. They are used to make data miners, which is huge. I mean, it's a good trade as well, but you will basically be able to produce enough data miners to uncover every level, every mission, and so on. Because usually you do a mission and then go to another planet. Definitely collect all of the chips, but look at this as well. The energy turrets also require microchips, so microchips will probably be your most used item. Definitely worth it, especially in the defense missions. And the stun grenades, well, you don't really want grenades that explode in 2 turns, they're a bit weird to use. To make thermal grenades that explode in the first turn, but it seems like you should be mostly making stun grenades, so instead of lucky shots, yeah, just have one action point remaining, and if you want to open a door and if there are bad enemies inside, throw a grenade and maybe it will stun them. Maybe you'll get lucky, maybe not. So explosives and microchips, super important. I almost forgot about that because I was so excited to play the mission. Okay, you know what, let's... you probably know this weapon, let's make it more interesting. 5 of these, 5 of that. Actually, let's make it even more interesting. So we'll keep those. Yeah, let's change this as well. This will be so weird. We'll use up so much ammo. We'll burn through all of the ammo, I guess. Or probably not, it depends on how we do. So this is on Mars, right? Mars orbit. Beautiful. I love it when it says over here, it has 8 locations. I guess they're constantly progressing in updating the UI and some of the quality of life choices. So it's a spy mission against Tet's clan. Okay, let's look at everything again. Wait, what? What was that? I didn't even click. I'll be using most energy weapons, and this time I'll fire the Prism Marksman rifle in the beginning, so I don't die before I use it. Other than that, I think we're pretty much good to go. Our mission. Oh, how I hate it so much. Now, this is one of the outdoor areas. Okay, so all of the planets have a few particularities, meaning on this planet on Mars, the outside levels are huge, so you definitely want to use the data scanner or one of those eyes. See how big it is? I guess this is a machine gun. I don't get the bonus damage, but who cares? I just hate these guys so much. Oh, you hear the ground trembling? I'm starting to get these guys now. And this is the QuasiMorph will turn into. Look at that eagle knife to that rifle. This is the one that killed me. Well, this is the weapon that killed me last time, so let's not risk it. Keep in mind, the range of this is 5. Our weapon has 9 range, so it should be impossible for them to kill us if we see them. Just beautiful. But the problem is this has only 30 durability, so I guess the character... Oh, I forgot to bring ammo for it. We have the mag sheet. Sorry. And we still need a lot of these materials, so... I still need to farm a little bit, because every mission I do, I'm kind of forced to farm right now. I don't need to eat any more rotten meat, so that's great. Finally got rid of that bad habit. And I guess now would be a great time to use... There's nothing you can do against that. I mean, he was just sitting there. I think, yeah, the armor absorbed it this time, but I almost died to this guy again. I guess I should have taken the corner, but what is the range? 1, 2, 3, 5... I can shoot in a straight line and then diagonal. Man, that's so scary. Don't do that again, please. This is the workbench. Taskmaster, you also spawned the serpent's mouth, really? You don't say. Okay, this is getting really dicey. Let's step back for a little bit. There's some other things you can craft over here, like repair kits or boxes. I mean, you can just come into a mission with a lot of supplies, and then just craft the boxes, because they're really useful in the end game, and you don't want to waste a lot of time repairing or going for the kits. Very useful for training as well. So as you can see, what? Do that. I think the developers should make it clear how many resources you get. So to craft, you just need to click on, let's say, this, this, and then you can craft the item. Okay, now let's handle that guy. I have a bad feeling about this, like I'm going to die again. That's a super cool sound. Okay, let's use the Organics pact. Absorb. Yes, yes. That's it? Cal project, okay. From the Organics for 20 turns. How do I activate it? I guess it's with Q and it's on a cooldown. I want to go hunting for that guy. Wait. The door was still what? I thought the door was broken, but apparently it was not broken. This has a range of 5, but at this point of the game you can just shoot at it will hit something, right? Okay, let's just loot and play the game normally. Even though I'm kind of scared of these guys. I don't like it when I'm scared of the basic enemies. That's kind of silly. And imagine if the whole game you have to fight Ted's clan with Serpent's Mouth rifles. That would be a nightmare. This is a nightmare. So yeah, I hope the developers fix the random deaths like that. You shouldn't get one-shotted anymore if you have this much armor. And I said I will finish the mission very fast. That I will do. Probably forgot to chop down a few bodies, but we are playing this super careful and we'll transform into the thing at some point. I guess we can eat furuncles if you're hungry. I'm not going to waste more of them because they're also a trading item. And I'm just trying to focus on getting all of the recipes. Floor 2. This was the easy part, right? Oh man, I would have been so angry if that creature killed me again. I think this is why the developers rebalanced the entire game for Ted's clan to be... for all of the factions to be not as strong. I guess we're tanking all of the hits right now. And tank this. It's kind of crazy a single enemy can do so much damage, but in return they are basically wet paper towels and shooting at them. Well, that's a waste. I guess if we die, we die. At least we'll die happy that we are part of the pact. Probably I should use the pact as soon as it's available to me. I have a lot of items with me. As you can see, I really came prepared for this situation and to have a little fun. I guess this is the point where I would say the guy that has 3 item slots or the backpack with 3 item slots is much better. Technically, I would be able to equip all of the weapons I have without needing to swap. Doesn't even matter if this explodes. 16 fire resistance is enough. Wait, did we use one? No. Knock, knock. Okay, let's see this. Beautiful. This rifle is like playing the game on easy mode, as long as the enemy doesn't hit you too hard. So, can I see the elevator from here? Probably I can. Where is the elevator? Oh, it's over there. I guess we can just destroy the wall. This is what I don't get. Sometimes you'll have a much harder time entering the level itself, and then it will be much easier with these enemies. Check your corners. Still burning, you still can burn, but because of my resistance being 16, I basically take no damage. I say basically, I mean I will take some damage. As you can hear from my character screaming. What? How did... what? Yeah, I don't know, it seems like it's unavoidable you'll get shot because he just came from behind. I guess it also depends on their skills, because if they cannot aim their guns, they're not as good. Is he really coming to slap me? I guess we should also look at their activity. Yeah, when you miss with this gun, it really looks like you'll miss by a lot. It's hitting me from there, okay. Well, this gun would be overpowered if you would destroy the walls in one shot, so I guess I understand. I need to get a lot of things. Actually, I don't need to cut up anything else, but I need to do it for the furuncles. That's actually a good item haul, as long as we don't die. So I don't know, it seems like the game will never get relaxing or easy, so I guess that's one of the good parts. But it also seems like it's a little bit on the unfair side. If you don't know what happens, well, basically this ammo has a 5% chance to crit, so if it crits, I'm not sure if it does double damage or the max damage or what happens, but sometimes it seems like you just die. Okay. Also, you get much worse items in general, because at this point of the game you have everything. So they're just giving you basic stuff like you need it, but you don't. I guess it's up to you which one you use. It's basically the same effect. I wish they would differentiate this a little better. I'm not saying this should be worse by costing or inflicting some... I forgot to use this, so let's use it now. Health do we have? We cannot look at our health. Wow, that's so weak. They're killing me. Cannot even... Well, I don't get this one. So you have the aim chance of your character in melee? Okay, this is one of the worst ones. How many items broke? A lot. Ah, the backpack broke. Okay, this pact is useless. I have to break it when I get back. I mean, these guys have 55 HP, but they have no resistance against fire. So why would they come here? Plus, I crit. Not? Yes, run away. Yeah, I feel like that should break a wall much faster. Guess that wall is not going down, okay. Oh, okay, that was a bit scary. I thought I would die over there. It's such a weird thing. They need to rebalance this pact, because it's so damaging to the player, but you might also die in it. Hammer, thank you. Oh, we survived one of those hits, yeah. I guess I should really just put a stun grenade over here and be prepared for the worst case scenario. Organic fiber is also great to heal. Keep forgetting. I guess it's hard to repair at this stage of the game. Okay, that also repairs the buffalo, which is great. Yeah, definitely the game needs a lot of rebalancing, especially when it comes to the pact or some of the other stuff. Keep trying to cut them up, but they don't work. Yeah, let's repair that now. I cannot believe I almost died to that nonsense. That would have been fun if I died in that form, in the... Yeah. That pact is definitely not worth it. I like how that sounds. It sounds like it's breaking some kind of mystical ice. Okay, do I throw something away? Not really, I need everything. Let's look at where it is, because I don't see a quest mark on the map. Oh, we need to get all the way down there. That's going to be painful. Okay. So let's open the door. Only an Eagle Knight. Oh, you scared me. Oh, he has a lot of goodies. Well, I don't think I'll ever be full on these items, because I keep throwing them away. I guess in this narrow corridor there's nowhere we can really hide. Should also be a little more clear what walls I can destroy and what I cannot destroy. Can this destroy the door completely? No. Yeah, so it's very hard to do it. As you saw, you might just get attacked from behind and there's no way to stop it. Again, I don't understand the damage sometimes. As you can see, this is fire damage. I'm firing, what, 3 shots? So basically I should kill all of them in one burst, if it's possible. Okay, I'm not upset anymore. He just gave me a lot of loot. Okay, so I guess it's a good time to stockpile on the necessities, meaning these weird eyes. I don't want to throw away this thing because it's quite useful and it looks cool. I guess I can just repair my armor and have another slot available. Technically, you should replace your armors with the... what your enemies wear. Okay, so it can one-shot a wall sometimes, I don't get it. 0 resistance, how much... okay, let's calculate how much damage we did. This is important, 49. Well, I guess, yeah, technically at this point we cannot one-shot them anymore because they have extra HP, but what gives them the extra HP? Because we have no QMorph meter. So that means they should have basic of 40, but the knights have 53, the custodian maybe have 40. I don't know, we're just doing a lot of research right now. See what would work better in some cases. I hope this doesn't mean I die. Usually when I get good loot I die. We'll keep that one. Oh, they're just giving all of the nice loot to me now. So I'm trying to see what gun will be the best to handle those weird custodians. Let me look at the HP of this one as well. 55. What's the deal with this? I never really noticed this until I really started to play more of the game. Why do they have different HP values? And don't tell me some of them are weaker or some of them are stronger. Okay. Just for the fun of it, even though it's pretty easy. See it. No, I have to pass through the medbay. The medbay has a lot of enemies usually. I guess I can technically do it like this. I couldn't even... wow, that doesn't work either. That's a shotgun, but he has 40 HP, so the custodians will always have 40 HP. I missed. How can I miss with 155 accuracy when the enemy is in front of me? That's some weird stuff happening. I really don't understand some of this stuff. Well, I guess it's probably easy to see what's happening. Well, I guess we'll learn. Eventually we'll learn all of the mechanics of the game. That's why I'm playing and researching so much into the game, even though technically I'm basically done with the content. Usually there's a lot of good stuff in here, not this time. Probably I should have healed that. Don't walk with broken legs. Let's use the auto dog. Wait, what? That should heal me. Doesn't work anymore. That's so weird. Why is my HP constantly going down? I have nothing. No status effect on me. This is a bug, right? Or maybe I had one of those deep wounds. Okay, that was probably it, and I didn't look at it. Sometimes you'll get a deep wound or something that will not heal. It will only get stabilized by the... Okay. That's so rare. See, this is what I mean. I've only gotten those a few times. I'm not used to them. So is it really worth doing this, or is it just nonsense? It's kind of nonsense, because then you will be able to see you, but you'll not be able to see them. I like how the ground shakes when they move. Technically they're just a normal enemy that can drop nice loot. Wow, that was a lot of them in this room. Okay, the game is becoming a lot more dangerous. And these enemies are not as good for loot. I guess I don't want to waste a lot of stuff. Yeah, the missions are definitely becoming so much harder against Ted's clan, to the point where you probably don't want to play. But I'll play a lot more. I'll go through the pain with you. So this is basically the max I can get to the resistances, which is 26 cold. I guess I can cheese a little more out of it if I find some better stuff, but I'm not sure I'll be able to find it. Did I cut you up? Yeah, okay, let's just leave. This could have been a disaster. I got hit so many times now, but I tanked all of them, and I even survived that shotgun blast to the face. Although the shotgun technically doesn't do as much damage as the rifle. Okay. Ooh, that was stressful. I think I'm going to have to break that pact. And they give me legend stuff, which I don't need. I have a bunch of those. I will also have to spend probably 1 hour listening to music and sorting my inventory. Yeah, probably going to do that. But look at all of the cool things we get. So there is some sort of, better way to do this, but I don't know. It just feels like you have to play with your tunnel rat maxed out, or at least close to being maxed out, to get the extra items, to get the much better equipment. I mean, these eyes are super nice, because it saves me microchips, so that means I can make more turrets or whatever I want to them. Yeah, anyway, that was very fun to use the endgame energy weapons, also using a pact. Let me show you the pact item, the breaking the contract. This one also seems like it's very bad. You take bleeding wounds and you only deal damage if there are puddles of blood. You can actually throw the blood bags on the floor to make blood puddles, but that seems like it's a lot of work. I don't know, I'll try to find one of the packs that actually helps me not destroy something. Oh, I mean, those Jagger warriors would have killed us with their clubs if I didn't turn back into a human. It should be a lot more clear what happens when you turn. I mean, I want to see my stats, my damage, my everything. Definitely needs to be looked in. The pact where you change into the spider demon. Well, I guess we'll do the contract breaking next time. Bye bye.